will pass. You didn't know that you were going to have to, yeah. Rob had no clue that he was going to have to use a napkin today.
That's right. I'm going to have to eat with utensils now instead
That's
of
right.
just put my face down there. No.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
We just loved you so much when Tony got to come to your school and see you with the kids and see you interact with them.
Yeah.
But for people that might have missed that show, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got started in etiquette.
Okay, well, initially I got started. I went to etiquette school back in 2005. At that time, it was the Protocol School of Washington. It was in Portland, Maine.
Okay.
And I was working as a first or second year teacher at that time. And I had children that would walk into the classroom and spit in the garbage or in a piece of tissue, and then they would leave it on their desk. And they did it so much that finally I asked, why don't you guys ask to use the restroom?
Right.
And they said, well, why? The tissue's right here, or the garbage is right here. And so that let me know that they really genuinely didn't know.
Right.
So it was then that I decided that I would go ahead and attend etiquette school and figure out what exactly I could do to help.
Did you have a lot of etiquette going into it, or did the school actually help you too?
Oh no, the school helped me too. I was a project.
You were
I was a project, definitely. So the school did help me a tremendous amount. I learned a lot, and I've had a lot of experience with facilitation and youth, so that was I figured that was my niche 5 years ago. And then just recently I was afforded the opportunity to pursue it full time. So. And
I know with the segment that we did, we showed how to eat and all the spoons and forks and how that, but it probably goes much farther than that.
It does. A lot of people tend to equate etiquette with the table all the time, but it's so much more. And essentially what it really is, it's your soft skills or your people skills, your ability to relate to other people. So it's not as staunch and starchy as people think it is. It's just being in the know.
Right.
Yeah.
How you introduce yourself.
Yeah,
exactly.
I think a lot of people just assume we have a whole generation of, you know, rude little brats. But I have found that a lot of these kids just don't even have any clue how to approach some of these situations properly. And once you kind of show them how you want them to behave, not all of them, but a much higher percentage than you'd think, take to it and actually kind of like the structure of it.
You're exactly right. I have kids who start out in a class, and even some adults who don't have very high expectations.
Their projects.
For the class, but once we get started, they're very into the session, and they leave feeling a little bit more empowered.
Right.
So
that's cool.
Rob, don't you find with your kids, like just in the social graces of saying thank you for coming, you need to point out all those things, and I think sometimes that parents don't even realize that they're really the ultimate teacher.
Oh, exactly.
And you got to keep on it too. You know, repetition is a good way to learn things.
And that's one of the projects that I have with my daughter right now is trying to engage her in having a conversation with people instead of, how are you doing? Fine. How was school today? Great. But actually asking some engaging questions or trying to engage her in a conversation. School was fine today. This is what happened. Give an example of what happened.
How old is she?
She's 11. She's a 6th grader at Longfellow Middle School, Alexandria.
Excellent.
Yeah. It is difficult to spur those conversations, and that's something that later on she's brought a little game for us to play.
Okay, cool.
That we're going to be talking about that. Now, Nicole Coughlin is in Dallas, but I just kind of want to bring up some of these things. I don't know. If you watch the show, you know that Nicole's expressions are priceless.
Yes.
We couldn't let Nicole go to Dallas. I don't know if we want to go to her before I show these faces or after. Maybe we should just do it without Nicole watching.
Yeah, that might be safer.
I know that might be safer. Okay, this is Nicole's whatever face. And then we have this one. Please, Rob.
That's not everybody's going to prom, Rob. Right there.
And then this one. Whatever. The Coughlin cackle. Oh, we gotta have the Coughlin cackle. All right, and then this one here is just like...
troubling. She's
troubled. Yeah, she's troubled. Yeah. So we just thought it would be kind of fun because, Nicole might not be able to respond to everything that's going on here, but like when Tony's here, we'll just all take one of these and
put up the
flash when we think it's appropriate.
That's fun. Where on earth did we get those from?
We had her take a picture. We think on this show of things.
Sure.
Sure. So every time we eat, some people might say, look out! This could be dangerous.
It could be. But unfortunately, we won't get, sent a bill for it, I wouldn't think.
No.
No.
Okay. Adrienne is going to lead us through the etiquette of eating. And of course, we picked Rob because who better to pick on?
It's our biggest project.
Yeah, it's our biggest project.
Yes.
So tell us about the setup here. This is customary, if I remember right from Tony's thing, intercontinental?
Continental.
I just want to be bigger than continental.
Even bigger.
Or it's also known as European.
European style dining. We've got it all laid out here.
We've got it all lined out.
So where are we starting?
We're going to start here with your bread plate.
Okay, and it's always the one on the left?
It's always the one on the left.
Because that
upper
gets
left.
confusing when they do the circle, you know, at the wedding when you get like 12 people and you're like, whose bread's who?
Right, when you're
it's
all in one
always,
big group.
and I was telling Tony when he came to Pierce Street, Franklin Pierce School last year, is that you think bread, milk, or meal, and water.
Oh,
so kind of
bread,
like the
meal, water.
BMW. Bread,
Right. Oh,
meal,
yes, I do
and
remember
water.
that.
And left to right because that's the way we read. All
On a
right.
fancier setup, you'd have about 5 glasses. This is more basic here, so you just have your wine glass, and your water goblet is always your largest.
Right.
Your largest glass.
Unless you're Nicole, in which case you're like, put the wine in the big one. Fill up Big Earl here, and away we go. I just got the thing up. Okay, so we've been sipping and munching on our little bread, and then round 1 comes in. Now what?
Round 1 comes in. In order to signify the start of your meal, it's your napkin. So your napkin has to go on your nap first. The fold is always going to be facing the inside of your place setting, and you don't unfold your napkin until it actually goes on your lap.
So you don't go, woo, here we go, we're gonna eat.
Exactly. You unfold your napkin on your lap, and because it's a larger napkin,
You don't do
fold
this
it in
either?
half. No.
Somehow
No.
I see
Unless
you
you're
as that
four.
one.
Unless
Fold it
you're
in half?
4.
Fold it in half.
In half with a crease at your waistline.
You said waistline.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Just like a little smock down there.
There you
Okay.
go.
All
now,
right.
now, when you need to wipe your mouth, it's not a whole wipe, but just more so a masculine dab for
A
you.
masculine dab.
Yeah, so maybe you just want to kind of...
Okay, so not the masculine, but the
gonna
dabbing.
say that's kinda
so you don't want to do the
difficult for
big
you.
face scrub like you're in the shower.
Right.
Gotcha.
And
All right.
if the guest or the host is sitting at your table, you have to wait for them to signify the start of the meal.
Oh, okay, so it's
So-
on them to get things going.
It's on them to get things going.
So you shouldn't
sense.
eat anything until the host says go ahead
Right.
and eat, or the prayer's been given.
So
or
we'll pretend they've
Exactly.
already done that. So next step would
And
be...
ideally, you don't touch anything at the table until that person
Oh,
does,
nothing,
because
huh?
it would be bringing contamination to the table. Your table is a sterile environment, so your cell phone...
Contamination.
Contamination.
Nasty.
So your cell phone, your
Outbreaks.
purse,
Oh my goodness. Okay.
all of those things are to be kept away from the table.
All right.
Other habits that we have that we're not really cognizant of is that you might wipe your nose and then you touch the table.
What am I
Nose
supposed to do?
blowing.
Right now, every parent knows the kids are all
Right.
just snotty.
They are. They're very snotty right now.
They do the big honk on the serviette. That's not the way to do it.
Well, you know, it's questionable. It kind of depends on what works for you, but my opinion is that nose blowing is offensive to some
I'm
people.
with ya.
Now, when I went to etiquette school, they taught me that if you have to blow your nose lightly, it's okay to blow your nose at the table, but if you have a hearty blow,
Hearty blow.
then you need to excuse yourself from the table.
Yeah, don't do that.
And
No
if you notice
oaky
when most
blows
people
at the
do it, they
table.
don't, when you see people blow their noses in the restaurant, they don't think much about it. They don't look around. They're not afraid of offending people. It's just kind of what they do.
Right.
I don't think people
Okay.
really pay it too much attention.
Now
we have
you've
1
seen it,
minute.
though.
We got to throw this meal into overdrive here. Let's
Okay.
go for what's the first meal we're going to get?
The first thing you're going to have here is soup.
Soup. None of this.
None of that. None of that.
We go for the soup spoon.
Your soup spoon.
And this is one that we always learned as kids. I don't know why this was the one thing my mom was big on, but you don't scoop into your mouth.
Exactly.
It's away. If you
It's
do the
away
spoon-
from you.
I'll do it with the wrong hand so you can get a better shot. It's away from you and then up. Right? That one.
And
we
in,
learned.
continental
Away.
style dining, you take your soup from the side, your
From
soup from the side of the spoon, just like you're doing.
Yeah, yeah. As opposed to like from here, you mean? Oh, I wouldn't even thought to do that. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So you spoon it away and take it from the side.
Right.
If you need to cool it, you stir it halfway around this way, halfway back around that
Oh,
way.
you don't just
There's
make a
As
big
not to
really-
stir up
vortex in there?
momentum.
Oh, okay. There's a reason for everything. That's the kind of
Exactly.
Okay, so we're
okay.
done with the soup. Fast forwarding the meal.
You're done with the soup, now you're on to your salad.
Okay, and that would be.
That would be this. fork.
Furthest out and,
And
then
the
work your
trick
way
is-
in.
The trick is, with,
Yeah.
well, there's not necessarily a trick with your salad. In high-end restaurants, it'll be cut up fine enough that you wouldn't need to use a knife to cut your salad.
Yeah, wouldn't think so.
Most times in a mid-level dining, you won't get a knife for it.
Right, unless it's the salad wedge. That's very popular now.
I've seen that. I've
Yeah.
actually seen that downtown lately.
So, and is there any like the soup? There's nothing tricky.
Nothing
business
tricky
there?
about it. Nothing tricky
Okay.
about it at all.
Salad's done. Next, we got
Now
the
you're
meal.
at your entree. You got your meal. Continental style dining says that when you are eating, you take, when you're having your main entree, you're going to cut and you eat your food this
with the
way.
tines
So there's
down.
a twist of the wrist with your tines
Really?
down with the continental
know that.
style dining.
Very exciting.
Boy,
and
maybe I shouldn't
by
be
the
yelling
way,
at
if you're
Billy.
not getting enough salt, using your fork to make the holes bigger, rude. That I know
And
that.
seasoning your food before tasting it is also
That is
offensive
true.
to the
That's
chef.
true.
So you want to make sure that you don't season
All right.
before you taste your
There
food.
is so much to learn. I love this.
Thank you very much.
We're going to
only
keep
like
talking
getting
about
started.
it.
Sounds
I know.
good.
Wow. All right, well, good. Well, up next, I can't dine like this. I don't have the money. That's why Cheap Thoughts is next.
This is great stuff. I love knowing all this. So true. We go to the library. My son loves the library.
Tons of stuff. Yeah, my son's reading Harry Potter right now, and we're like, oh, I wish we had the movie so that after we read a book, we could, could watch. And then, like, it took us 2 days. We're like, go to the library. They got them all.
Right.
Yeah,
you got them
great,
all there.
great, absolutely.
You sign
Your
them out,
daughter
you're good to go.
probably loves the library, too.
She does. I'm an avid reader, and I don't like to give my books back, so I actually purchase mine, but I take her to the library.
Smart.
Yeah.
Well, especially kids, because they burn through books, which is great. But
Yeah.
absolutely.
Right. So your daughter, we have a picture here, and then you've got some things that can kind of get conversations started
Yes.
with your kids.
What I like to do with Alexandria is play the Would You Rather game, because
Would
she
you
can,
rather?
Would you
Okay.
rather? For her, there's a game called You've Got to Be Kidding, which is for kids who are 7 and older.
Oh, cool.
The other Would You Rather game starts at age 12, but it starts conversation, gets them to use their vocabulary words, and it's fun at the same time. It's very relaxed.
Can we do one?
We can do one. Here's an example of one. Would you rather be stuck in a line for 7 hours or clean a gas station restroom? And the coolest thing is that you can't say neither one.
Oh, you've
You
got
have
it.
to choose one.
I'd clean the bathroom in a heartbeat. I can't stand waiting.
Oh, yeah, but bathrooms are gross.
There might be gross, but you could have rubber gloves and stuff.
Yeah,
Just
true.
get
Yeah,
it done.
I'll
You'd
take
be
the
done.
bathroom.
The
Done in a
bathroom.
half an hour.
Yeah.
What if it was a truck stop bathroom?
I
Would
don't
that change
care.
your
I just
answer?
cannot stand in
Yeah, get her
lines.
done, move on. Is there another one?
Okay,
Yeah,
let's
another one? I think
do,
we
how
got time.
about, would you rather be able to breathe underwater or have wings?
Oh, wings.
Wings.
I always dream about flying. I
Really?
love flying dreams.
I am with you, Rob. I had that too, where you
That
can
another one?
jump off the diving board and keep going.
Yeah, that's awesome, isn't it?
Get this one. Would you rather have one nightmare every time you sleep or never dream?
Ooh.
Right?
One nightmare.
Wow.
Because
One
I would
nightmare?
have to give up my flying dreams if I never dream, right? So,
Absolutely.
yeah, I'll take the
Yeah,
one
That's
nightmare.
hard. I guess I'd go with the nightmare too, because I love dreaming.
Yeah, and at least you have a chance for a peaceful sleep instead of just...
Right. I'll make the
Up all
nightmare
together.
really short. Okay,
Yeah.
another one?
So we have
Okay.
time for one more? Okay,
I
cool.
love these.
Would you rather live in a tree or live on a boat?
I get seasick, so I'm going to have to go tree, although I do like going out on boats. If I was out there all the time, might not be good.
Yeah, I don't think I'd want to be out on the boat all the time. And we just got a tree house calendar, and some of them are really cool. So I
Yeah.
want the one that's like got furniture inside it.
Swiss Family Robinson. Remember that?
That would be
Alright,
cool.
cool.
That's good. And I think that
Yeah.
those are important, especially for parents. Instead of just asking them, what'd you do today? Or how was
Right.
school? This gets them talking.
Sure thing.
Cool.
Conversations are good.
Yeah. We'll be right
We
back
have
with
them
Tony
every
and
day,
Nicole.
right here.
Yeah. We'll be right back.
Excellent.
And Adrienne Hooker, thank you very much for being here today.
You're
and
welcome.
the
Thanks for
Facebook
having me.
fans, we said that
Yeah.
we're an insecure bunch, so we're always checking out to get our instant gratification.
Yeah.
They love you, and they're answering some of the questions.
Yeah, I love
Would you
Eric's
rather
post.
question?
The would you rather questions.
Yeah, I love Eric's post. Clean bathroom, fly, never dream, live in a tree. Those are my answers.
Those are my
Summed up in a
answers.
nutshell.
That's an odd status update, but
It works. Lori says that she would live in a tree too, so I think some people got some good etiquette lessons on how to eat
Super.
properly.
Very,
They were
very
pretty much amazed at how people blow their nose in the restaurants.
yeah, which is ick. Yeah, which is
Yeah.
ick. Although I don't know that etiquette's going to be in the cards when it comes to this weekend and all the Super Bowl
I think
munchies and stuff.
Yeah.
There are times to put it on the shelf for a little bit and just part.
And this weekend is it.
Right. We'll only put half of it on the shelf, Rob. Keep some of your etiquette.
Yes, try to keep your pants on. You know, step one.
We ask you to do that. But again, thank you. We appreciate
Oh,
it.
you're more than welcome. Thanks for having me.
Hey, and thanks for joining us. Real Milwaukee, and drive safely in the snow.
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow.